Hi guys, how you doing? Everybody here? Ready to learn some new fun ways to use your designer series paper? Because we're here and we're ready to...
It's that time of year when you look in your craft closet and you say, oh, Craig, I have lots of designer series paper, and you cross your fingers that they're not going to get rid of it, and when you see the catalog in 2 weeks, almost all of it's going to be gone.
Yes, it is. It's the saddest day of the year for me. Seriously.
But then there's new papers coming out, so
I know
it's just a matter of getting rid of it. We can do it.
It is. I'm Tanya from the Wonder Basement.
I'm Susan from Stamp Creatively.
And I'm Sherry from Sherry's Cards.
And together we're creating and sharing the life we love.
Yes. Because that's what we're doing.
Okay. I'm practicing on
So when you're here, say hi so we know you're here. And if you have any questions about our upcoming in-stage or home stage event, then ask those as we go along, and then at the end we will talk about that.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm just going to start right on in so that we don't have a lot of lag time in the beginning. What I'm going to do is our challenge. Okay, I'm going to be real honest. Okay, on Monday, I said I was going to start the project, but I'm not. So on Monday, Patrick, my son, youngest son, who's at IU, called me and told me that he got an internship at NFL Films out in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And he is super excited about it, and I'm super excited about it. And so I was texting these guys to tell them the exciting news, and somewhere in that text, now I think it's a little bit double-crossy, because somewhere in that text they said, oh, this week's live is going to be about designer series paper and what we can do to use it up before the end of the year. And I'm like, so literally last night at about
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, I'm like, Sherry sends me her project pictures, and she's like, here's what I'm doing up for designer series paper, and then Susan said something about what she was doing, and I'm like,
well, she kept saying she wasn't doing SAP, and I'm like, I don't know what SAP is. Then I decided it must be an autocorrect, because I'm like, I don't even know what SAP is.
If you type in DSP, Apple will always correct it SAP. So. Anyway, so literally a few minutes ago, Sherry's like, do this basket. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to use the paper I haven't used, and I love this paper. So I have literally not opened this. This is the candy, what is it called?
It's part of the
How Sweet
It Is, Sweet from the Occasions catalog.
Yeah, it's such a pretty paper. I loved it from the moment I saw it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, this will be a really great way for a class to make a basket for Easter. You're going to take a 12 by 12 and you're going to cut it 6 by 6.
How do we get it to go down on your project?
Oh, one moment, please. Sorry about that. Is that better? Oh, got all this schmuck in the way. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you're going to do on your score paper cutter, you're going to do a 6 by 6 piece of paper. And I then am going to score it both ways at 2 inches. 2 inches here. And then you're going to go 2, 4. And then you're going to turn it. Is that 90 degrees? I think it is. And then you're going to, when I get into geometry, is a scary place to go. But so then you're going to go 2 inches and 4 inches again. You know, me and octagon and hexagon and sextagon. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to cut in on 2 sides, just on the score line.
If you have our Stampin' Up! Cutting and scoring tool, we think it's smarter if you mark the score and you write on it so you can remember which one it is.
And through the years, I always have my score at the bottom and I always have my cut at the top, even though I'm actually using the scoring thing upside down. I know this. My customers have pointed out to me, and I'm okay with it. So it's just the way it naturally works for me. So, but anyway, so then you're going to cut in 2 inches on both sides.
And these little baskets are as retro for us demonstrators
It's really
that have been around for over 20 years. They're as retro can get, because we have been making them
for a long time.
We did make them for years, and then we just stopped, and now they're like apparently hot again.
And it's funny because Sherry's like, you know, make one of those little baskets, and I'm like, what little basket? You can't see my face, but what little basket? And she's like, you know, that basket, and I'm like, the ugly basket?
Yep, because they're the rage again.
They're really not
because
ugly.
they went away for so long that they're new again.
So.
And it is a great way to use up some designer series paper. And I think that the first time that we made them, it was back when our paper used to be one-sided.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true. And this makes it a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's see here. I'm going to figure out where I want it. I want it on both sides to be, what I'm looking at is I want my points to be pretty equal on both sides. So I'm just going to stick a glue dot in there. Stick one side down, and then I'm going to stick another glue dot, double check my sides, make sure it's, I don't like unequal ears, that bugs me. So, oh, that made me think of another song.
And you use your point on there, like I use the flat end on my pick tool to get up things, but you like the point better?
Actually, it's just because it's the last thing I had in here. I didn't have the scoop in, and so I was like, oh, okay.
It works.
Yeah.
I use my point too because I used to use my snips, and it's similar-ish to the snips.
Okay. So I put the one square, I put this square on the outside. You can do it either way. It really doesn't matter. I didn't get a blotter. I don't think I need one. Okay, so then you've got your basket, which is super cute. Well, in this set, you also get, there's little sweet pins and tags, and they're $5, and you get a set of different tag shapes. I didn't bring them over here. I can get them for you. But what I'm going to do is, they've got like a, I don't know if you can see this on the, there's a little bit of an embossed edge on it. And, oh, I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm glad you found us. But it's like a little like shimmer paper kind of edging on it. And so what I'm going to do, the Gorgeous Grape is in this paper family. It's in the colors. And it's got a, there's a little frame that you can stamp right inside the frame. So I'm going to stamp that. And then I was like, okay, well that's cute, but it needs a little something something. So I took my little sponge dauber and I dabbed it on my, here, I'm just going to use the back of this. Oh, that works. And then I'm just going to smudge it around this edge. That works good because I need the paper towel to. And this gives just a little bit of color around the edge so that that shimmery on the thing will
So there are 3 different shapes. Here's the other 2 she was talking about. It's a circle and then just a cute little tag. Yeah, so there's 3 different shapes in that.
They're pretty cute too. I thought they were really cute. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take a clean part of my paper towel and just kind of wipe off the excess ink on the edge of the tag, and it will stain your tag, oh sorry, a little bit purpley. So, but you can see it kind of pops, so you actually see the shimmer pearlized part. Then I'm going to stamp the Sweet Treat, or Sweet for You, Sweets for You tag on top. And so then you have this cute little tag. What I did is I took some, okay, now I'm using the old, what's it called, Fast Fuse. And I'm just gonna, I'm not a huge fan of these points on here. That it's not my favorite thing, but that's why it doesn't matter on this one, because I just took the little tag and covered it up. And so what I did is I did another tag and did it on the other side, and then voila, added a little shred. Thank you. This is shred from last year's celebrate, or
yeah, and I bought Shreddy from the pre-order the pre-order thing from On
Yeah,
Stage
you bought
last
like
year.
4 packs.
I bought all of it that we could, and then when we got it, I'll have
It was-
shred till the end of time.
Yeah. But anyway, so I just tied this on. There's little pins that are in this little tag kit that are cute too, that you could pin a little something on. I haven't quite like I said, literally this was the first thing that I've made with this paper. So, but I thought that's cute for Easter, and
Shreddy is apparently still on the clearance rack. So if you make these little the little baskets,
ordered a lot of shred.
it's perfect to go in the little.
So the shred is one thing I kind of like it.
Yeah, and it's when we have all these things, and it's great when it's in our colors.
Well, and the colors in the shred, I think, will match that basket because it's the silver and the pink
and the white.
And look how cute, because there's the silver. Pull all this back.
Yeah.
Look how cute it makes, if you do a little vignette to take pictures. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see.
So so you could put this in the front.
Yeah,
and then
this is the silver shred.
Yeah, and this. I just had that upstairs and pulled it out, so it's really
super
pretty.
Cute.
So that's me under pressure, girls.
And that basket, I mean, you did this one's 6 by 6 and every 2 inches, but you can make them bigger or smaller.
Yeah,
you just have to keep your squares equal.
Equals, yeah.
Yeah, so each.
So if you did a 12 by 12, you'd have to do it 3 by 3 by you'd do 3 inches, 3 inches.
Right.
I did that math. Whew, hallelujah.
But we like this size. It's a super cute little size.
So,
aim it back up for a second.
I will.
Who's going next?
My tongue's always sticking out when I'm doing something exciting.
Yes, my husband watched our video last week because, we have the new camera, and he told us not to go close. He said it looked really good, except when we go close to the camera, we look like fish. Thank you, honey.
This is for Serge.
So, nothing better than being told by your husband you look like fish.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
And that's the picture that's going to be the cover picture.
Facebook always picks a nice one when it freeze frames on you. Okay, so first I'm going to start with, last week I showed you the girl card when I did the bouncing baby.
Here, wait, maybe I can go in here, just like.
New camera.
Now,
there you
see
go.
if
Technology.
you can't just hold it up naturally where you are.
The camera figures it out. It's a little bright. And it takes a minute before our phones catch up.
It's thinking that it's.
That was the bouncing baby that I did last week. There we go. Now the phones are catching up. So I did the girl, and then I just wanted to show you the boy card that I did, that I told you I would show you afterwards. So this is the boy, and I used the buffalo check on him. So that's a super fun set, and there are lots of ways that you could use Designer Series paper on this card if you wanted to. And then the week before, I did the Fable Friends, which they both have the gingham paper. There, I think. It's hard for us to see if the color's good. I think the color's a little
washed out.
Just a tad bigger. And then I did this one that's a card on card of the same. So then this past week I used the bunny. And then this one is another great way if you haven't used the sweet, I think they're just called sweet cups.
Sweet cups, yeah.
I feel like it should say treat. They're right there on the same page. This is
sweet cups.
Yeah.
Part of the same suite that Tanya just used to make her basket. But that one I used the Twinkle Designer Series paper. So if you're still trying to use up some of your Designer Series paper before it's retired.
And the pattern is on Stampin' Up's website, correct?
Yes, the pattern to make,
because it has to be a little
cups.
bit curved to go around it.
So I think I found it. It takes a second on the website to find stuff, but I think I found it under the printing place. Yeah, and I think it's just called Sweet Cup Pattern. Maybe
Okay.
it wasn't even tricky. But that one used the Twinkle. So then today I'm going to use. It's the time of year. Got to use everything that you ordered and haven't stamped with yet. So I have the Hostess set that's called Here Comes the Sun. So I'm going to use that. And then I used, remember when the catalog was new and I think they had a special and you could buy like the Share What You Love stuff. And like you could order 3 packs of it all. And I'm a sucker when they tell us order 3 packs of Shreddy. Okay, I'll get 3 packs of Shreddy.
We have high hopes of selling lots of stuff.
So apparently I thought I would need lots of the beautiful paper, and it's beautiful. Oops.
Oh. Oh, sorry guys. I hope it didn't die.
Are
Are
we
you
back?
still there?
Got a phone call.
Sorry.
We're still there.
Okay.
So apparently I thought the share what you love, I would have lots of things, and I only have one unopened pack. So I'm going to use it at camp next week, and we're going to make full cards. Probably not this one. I'm going to show you this one. Is a full size card, except it's not 4 1/4, which that's an American measurement. If you guys are in Europe, I know yours are a little bit different. But it's 4 inches, because 4 1/4 would make it go, I would lose too much. So it's a smidge tinier than a real card. But this designer series paper is thicker if you haven't had it. So it holds up to card weight well. And then I haven't quite finished them, because you know, we're last minute kind of girls. So last minute last night when I was making my samples for today, I'm going to put underneath here, I'm going to cut another white circle and put it just under here where it's hidden, so there's some place for you to sign it. So that's my first one. And this one, it could almost be for a guy, you think?
Oh yeah, that's
because
totally.
it's got flowers on it, but it's kind of like Colorado and mountain flowers.
Where is that stamp set again? Oh, that mountain. I've got a little story about that. Melanie's grandma they called her the mountain grandma. And she passed away a few years ago, and so Melanie's got tattoos of mountains, and this like totally reminded me of that tattoo. It was kind of cute. It's kind of sweet.
And then here's one. I think we might do this one at camp. This one I used the You Are My Sunshine When Skies Are Gray, and then I put the window sheet on it, except for I didn't use the words that came in the set. I just ran it through the other sunshine die, because you know it's this time of year when you look at all your dies and you're like, is that one gonna leave? So I'm a little bit afraid that one's gonna leave. So this one again is just a full-size card, and it takes advantage of being able to see both of it, and it's just on the window sheet. And I really liked, I put one of the hard epoxy things for the eye.
The elements.
Yeah. And I like it better clear, but when I do my video and when I take the pictures, like in person, it was really pretty clear, but I was afraid you wouldn't be able to see it.
Did you use the adhesive on the back of the sunshine, so it pulled off and went on, or how did you attach the sunshine on the?
The only thing
You were doing better. Sorry.
The only thing that's attached to the sunshine is right here and right here.
Okay.
Nothing else is attached.
Okay. Cute.
Really cute.
So then the one I'm going to show you now, this one's actually a note card, and I've taken this piece. Let me put it back together this way. And you want to make sure when you fold it, so this is 4 by 8, and then I fold it in half, and I took the scallop square and I popped that out. And then, like, I really wanted to be able to do something fun with this to still use the piece. You can aim it down here now so I can show them what I did. So I had the window sheet, I had some other punches, I had some other things to do with it, but I decided in the long run that I'm going to have to use your fuse because I didn't bring any over here, that I would just do this. So I just put a little bit of adhesive on each of these 4 corners, and you just want a smidge, because not much of it's going to touch. And then just flip it over. And then it gives you a little window. And so then you can still see through to the back. And then I took, it would work with the circle punch, and apparently I can't find mine, or apparently I never got this size, which is the largest size circle punch that we have now. Because you know, that confuses me. Because we have punches and then we don't, and then I thought maybe it was with my retired stuff, and I have a larger one that's retired that would also work. So if your customers have that, it would work. But I didn't want to use one that was retired. So this one just fits on here. So this one says grow through, and it just fits. And then it says what you go through. down here.
Oh, I see. Then you can use the trees.
Yeah, and so then they have all these little pieces that go in between. And they have some flowers in the set. These right here, which was really the reason that I got this stamp set out, was because it kind of matched. I didn't end up using those on any of these cards because this one has just some little leaves, and I decided to keep it kind of simple. And the leaves match the leaves too on the paper. So I was trying to use this stamp set several times. And then I just took my blends, and it doesn't take very many colors. And we don't have the exact same colors, but they work well enough. So let's do the leaves first. And on the leaves, just use your bullet tip because you don't need much. And the leaves on this paper, oh, the other thing is when you fold your paper, make sure that the front has the ones that are going right side up so your card's not upside down. You just want your leaves to look a little bit different. And then go back to your lightest one and kind of blend all the colors together. And then again on this one, I'm going to take another circle and put it under here that's empty, so there's some place for you to sign. But I'm not going to do that for this one. And then I was going to stick this on here, but it was kind of like, it's too white. Like the piece is too white. So I just took this blend, and I think it's the dark petal pink. And take your brush tip. And I don't know if you can see this paper, like it's got smudges of whatever color this is. I'm not sure that that's petal pink. It might be Bride. But just kind of...
Bride and petal pink work. I mean, they almost... Yeah. One's a little more pink.
The Bride has a little bit of a tinge of brown to it, I think, which is exactly the color of that my bride dress was a million years ago.
It's been a million years already.
It has been. We've been married a very long time. Back when there were cavemen.
That's where he
it was like, yeah. That's why he thinks we look like fish.
Mm-hmm.
So then I took the tulle ribbon because it's my favorite.
He'll appreciate being the topic of our live today.
I don't think I'm going to have him watch today's.
Oh, come on.
So then take like twice as long as what you want to go around the card. If you watch my YouTube videos, I panicked at one point this week because I thought I was out of this ribbon, and I thought I said I was going to have to go back to 2017 when I didn't have any of this ribbon to use, but I found some. Because I had an order came in and I have 2 of them. Because I order it every single time I place an order, and so the last one, I hadn't had it. Okay, Fran's been married 38 years. We've been married like 26.
Congratulations.
27.
That's awesome.
I've been married 38 years.
What?
Okay, so I took...
For real?
I took
We
this
just celebrated it.
ribbon and then this little loop here.
Kathy's 43 years. Congratulations.
And then you pull this here. And then I'm going to tie my bow here, like tie a knot. And I wanted the ribbon to stay separated. That's why I did this, because when I mount this in a second, you're going to see why. So like pull this tight here and then just tie your ribbon. And I want it to go sideways. So I'm going to pull my bow sideways. Well, it's easier to do if I'm doing it close to me and not across the table. Pull this here.
I'd ordered a bunch of the ribbon, and then some wise person told me there was actually 2 different colors of it. I didn't even know that.
The first time I told her there was 2 different colors, she thought I was teasing her.
I did.
She thought I was just trying to make a funny joke.
And it wasn't funny, but there are 2 colors. There's a white and a vanilla.
And I use them equally as much. This one is the white, but the vanilla would look pretty on this too. Okay, so there's the ribbon, and then I'm going to take the adhesive and put this on here. And then I'm going to take this one open because you can see through this ribbon and it's beautiful, and then slide that through there.
Oh, so pretty.
So that way you can see this way, and you can
Awesome.
kind of pull this if you want it so it shows more of that over there. So
really
there's
pretty.
that one. So if you missed the other two cards, if you joined later, we're using up Designer Series paper before it retires. And this is the hostess set from the Occasions catalog. So this one's got window sheet. This one just has holes. And then this one has
Super cute.
some holes. So those are mine. Now it's Susan's turn.
Okay, so I am getting ready to have a Stamp-A-Stack.
We're gonna go
And when I do my Stamp-A-Stack this time of year, I make sure I use as much Designer Series paper as I can, because again, the goal is to not have a ton of it when the new catalog comes out.
Oops, sorry,
So
guys.
here's some of the cards that I've designed for my Stamp-A-Stack. Okay, so this one is done. I use the wood grain. And I wanted to make a sympathy or a thinking of you card, so I just stamped directly on the Designer Series paper.
Sorry.
And I used a little bit of blends.
Never mind.
To
I'm just leaving it alone. I'm sorry. I'm trying to crop like you do a picture, and it doesn't work that way.
I think you just hit it.
So
Hit this.
I've got so I stamped on the Designer Series paper and
Is that better?
then added a partial image, and then just stamped the full image on the back. So I layered that one for the Stamp-A-Stack. And you'll have to look in the catalogs to see which Designer Series paper it is, because I know that's the wood grain. This one was the Tea Time. It's the real thin DSP. So I used it as the background and then added the rose. So this is my little Get Well card. And then I punched out, I took that same Designer Series paper and punched out a little bit of the green leaf. So it's out of the DSP too. And then this is the Tide, the water looking one, and these are just the balloons, and I punched some balloons out and layered them on there because again I want to use up that Designer Series paper. This is this is currently a celebration item, this petal or promenade, whatever it is.
Petal promenade.
I said it and then I'm not sure. So they have lots of choices of this paper to use, and of course I use the beautiful polka dot ribbon. They're going to use a sheet of white cardstock behind this card, but
That's really a good idea.
this is such pretty paper, but it has marble on the back, and it's also beautiful when I layer it. So they're not going to get to do this, but I would do this at my own, but they won't. It'll be a lot of whining, and they'll say they can't cover it up, and I'll end up with stuff like this, and I ain't doing that. So somebody will have to do that, trust me. So my project, one of the other things that I like to do is I love to make little treat containers. So I've taken, this is the travel paper, and you just take your tag punch and you punch both ends. And so you're just going to punch both ends, and then you're going to fold it in half, and then you're just going to fold it up a smidge, whatever that is. It's about 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to accordion fold the bottom of it. And then I have this cute little treat container. And then what I decided to do was use this punch kit. It's a punch box, and it's also from the Occasions catalog. It's this one right here, and it's definitely a kid one. So I needed to make some cute little kid treats. So I'm going to use the punch box.
I love that box.
I know.
It's the color is so
It's
pretty.
really pretty.
And I went ahead and stamped them. This kit actually comes with colored pencils. So I used the colored pencils, colored my little guy on here, punched him out, and you don't need to see me color and punch. And then I had these cute little embellishments come in the suite, and so I added a little embellishment here on top because I felt like this looks like I'm supposed to punch a hole there and do something. So instead I just put a cute little embellishment on it. And then I couldn't decide what color ribbon I wanted because it really is pretty much all the in colors. So these were my choices of ribbon. I chose the yellow because the other two aren't open. I mean, I'm just saying. And then while my granddaughter and I were shopping at TJ Maxx yesterday, they had these little mini bags of jelly beans, and it was like 48 of them for $7.99. And so that's another thing that we do is we buy our candy to match things, and I felt like this there's a green one. Oh, here's the other one.
Oh, those are super cute.
I know. And so it matched my paper. So that's kind of how I came up with the color theme. But what I did was I took a piece of our terrible tape, tear and tape, or terrible tape, whichever way you want to say it. And I just stuck it on the back here, and then I folded this over so I needed it to fit in my container. And then it had a little bit of adhesive still right there in the middle, so I just stuck it right in there. Add my little punch, tie my little bow, and I've got
That's
something.
a super cute class project.
Yeah, and they're an easy favor to make. So, like if you're having some friends over, or I like to leave favors for my grandchildren, and this is a real cute little favor. And then they have little jelly beans on the inside. And I love the punch kits. This is definitely class material. You know, product-based class, because you can order the things. What now? Oh, good
Deb
heavens.
said terrible sounds like terrible, and
I
that's
know.
why
Yeah.
we
It
laugh
is.
every time we say it.
Because
Every
our
time we say
customers
it.
always remember it then because we say they think it is terrible.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
And they think we call it terrible because it's so sticky.
Oh, no, it's because it's T-E-A-R-able.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's terrible.
Yeah, well,
It's funny.
I know.
Every time we say it, it's still funny.
It's really called tear and tape if you're looking for it in the catalog, but I like it. It's so much better than the stuff that we used to have that has the red.
The red tape.
Ugh. Okay, so that's my cute little thing with Designer Series paper. Again, my goal is to use up as much as I can for my Stampin' Stack. I always try to plain one at the end of the year, and they get lots and lots of Designer Series paper. My goal is to have the class and not have to order any paper for it. So it challenges me to pull out my paper and then see what I can create. And it may be based on a jelly bean. You never know. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So are you going to tell them a little bit about what we have coming up?
Yeah, sure. So, most of you that are on our group page know that we have our event coming up in April. And if you have any questions about it, you can ask us now. Registration for it ends on Monday. It has to be postmarked by Monday if you're mailing it, or you can pay by PayPal or Venmo. If you can't make it and you want to do the mailed version, the registration form for that is also up. So there'll be 15 projects.
We worked on those today. We have some really great ideas
I'm
for
pretty
you.
excited.
At least it wasn't the phone that's doing our filming.
No, and it's somebody that's not
Fran,
important.
you're not alone.
Those crazy sales calls, I'm like over people.
I know. The video that I just am posting today to YouTube, I always turn my phone on airplane mode. Always. Because texting, if you're filming and not online, it just cuts off your camera. So I always turn it off. And I got like 26 minutes in and I got, unknown caller. Oh, it's so irritating. So my video just stops. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. So it just ends. Hi, Pamela. So our event is in Indianapolis, just outside. So if you're here, you can come join us. It's on April
love to have
13th
ya.
because there was no on stage close enough for us to go to. So it's in stage for Indiana, or you can do the mailed version. So there's 5 different classes. Each class has 3 stamped projects. So you'll end the day with 15 stamped projects.
And we're going to use only the carryover that Stampin' Up! Has given us. We're going to stick with those things and try not to use Designer Series paper.
Yeah.
SAP.
Yes, if you're not sure what that list is, if you look at the March 19th updates last Tuesday, not this Tuesday, a week ago, it lists the stamp sets that they suggest people make their swaps for on stage. And so that's the stamp sets. Stampin' Up! Hasn't posted a carryover list, so don't try to find that. But they'll list, there's like 6 stamp sets, I think.
Yeah, there's
And so-
abstract
Country Home.
impressions, country home,
The pig one.
the pigs, the stained glass one.
It
Names
has
are-
the cake one too.
It has the cake
Just the
punch
cake
and the
punch.
butterfly punch.
And the
It doesn't
butterfly
say the
punch.
stamps.
Yeah. Yeah. The Vera Bradley one. Oh, I mean.
Abstract impressions.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For whatever, that's the only name I can remember.
Yeah. So those they're listed there. If you're not sure what it is, but those are the stamp sets we're going to use for our event because we know those are going to carry over. So we'll use the paper that coordinates with that. We're going to try to limit our embellishments, and that's what we recommended people do for the swaps too.
Yeah. So that way it because with our 5 classes, you will be able to take those home and do classes if you do classes, or do some online things, or however you run your business. Or if you don't do a business, then you'll just be able to have 15 fun samples. But by using sets that we know will at least be in the catalog, if you have to switch up some paper or something, or add paper, because we won't have paper, switch ribbon, you'll be able to do that simply. Or you can go ahead right away and know that they're not going to sell out, the stamps. And then the colors, if you're doing the home part, we didn't want you to have all of the colors to pick from, so we're using the set that's in the catalog. I think it's called the New Colors.
Yeah. It's really that was just a stroke of genius.
So those are the only colors.
Sherry came up with that.
Those are the only colors
In
of
black.
inks that we'll be using in black, except for blends. There may be some blend colors that get added too. But so those are the colors that we're using. So if you do the home thing, you'll get all of the paper, you'll get everybody will have the PDFs, everybody will have, that was part of the reason we tried to find a camera that was working better than our camera, because there'll be a private Facebook page that afterwards all of the sessions will be taped on, so you'll be able to watch them again if you were there, or watch them later if you do the home version. And then there'll be a Pinterest page that is our group Pinterest, that everybody can be part of that. It's already got over 1,000 followers, so it's nice to put your stuff on a page that has a lot of
people looking
followers.
at it.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit about that.
And we'll be back again next Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna during the day we're gonna talk about tools. We're gonna
right.
I think we'll probably do a lot of punch board training just on the live videos here, because there were a lot of people that wanted to know more about the punch board, so we may do that just on our lives. And then I'm gonna have some things on blends. I'm doing some fun experiments. That's always fun. To art experiments with the blends. We're gonna do kits. We're gonna talk about kits and incorporating kits into your business, as paper pumpkin and the regular kits. What else?
The catalog kits and
we're gonna do
and social media.
We'll do some social media.
We're gonna teach you everything we know.
Well, not quite.
Really.
It's going to be very, very simple social media, but some tips to get
started.
Whether or not you have a business, or whether or not you just want your friends and family to know that this is what you do. Either way, because even if I hate the word hobbyist, because I don't think that describes. But even if this is what you love, and you just want to have your neighbor down the street find out that you do it, just so she sends you an order occasionally. So even if you just post a selfie or something. Whoops. I'm playing with my dies, on your own personal Facebook page, or your Instagram, or on your Pinterest, because Pinterest is a real good way for your friends and family, totally non-threatening, for them to see that this is what you do, and then they could ask you about it, and then if you have a friend or a family member who gives you a $50 order occasionally, that helps keep you, those of you who do this because you like to buy the stuff for yourself, it's a great way to just help you not have to spend $300 a quarter.
Or get people to order paper pumpkin with you and put it together once a month.
Yeah.
We have some people that do that. But we're also going to give you some tips and tricks on how to take a good picture of your cards, because that's a big thing.
And that's ever evolving.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we spent a lot of time talking to the Stampin' Up! Photographer at the last on stage, and he gave us some good tips and tricks. And next week we're back Monday or Tuesday? I've already forgotten.
You said Monday so confidently.
Okay, I did. And then I questioned myself.
I think it's Monday next week. I think it's Tuesday the following week.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we kind of vacillate back and forth depending on family stuff. So.
No, the week after the event, there isn't one. Oh no, the week after the event, we will have an unboxing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's going to be on Wednesday.
We're gonna do
that. Because even though we won't be at InStage, I don't know if Heather's on. At OnStage, one of my downline who lives in North Carolina will be at OnStage, and she is having her stuff sent along with herself to my house. So
we're so excited.
When her stuff comes, then she will get to be on with us, and we're going to do now I get a phone call, and this is actually my daughter. Hi, Riss.
She should know you're on.
Talk.
We're on.
Hey, we're on.
So anyway, Heather's gonna be here, and she's gonna she's having her stuff sent to Sherry's. We're gonna be at Sherry's and do the unboxing. Then we're doing just a quick local get together with trying to create some samples with some of the new stuff that's available. So we'll figure out. Well, I'm sure we'll share it with you guys too. So. Is there anything else?
Nope, I think
Oh, well, I was going to say that.
One more thing.
Yeah, that was my daughter. She's on spring break. For those of you that have little kids and you think that one day you won't have interruptions,
It never goes away.
we're here to
We
tell
love our
you that
kids a lot.
it's not true. No, it's true that we love our kids. It's not true that you'll never have interruptions.
Yeah.
If you are coming to the day, then lunch is part of your registration fee, and if you're doing the home stage part, then the postage is part of your registration fee. So those kind of offset each
we
other.
won't send lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
So, but
We
Prize
might take
Patrol
chocolate.
is for everybody. So there's Prize Patrols for everybody, and we
Everybody's
have
gonna get
one
fun
more Prize Patrol for registration, but I don't remember when it was supposed to be.
Close to the end.
Yeah.
Probably next week.
Yeah, we can do it next week. We'll do it on Monday. Because Monday's the last day that you can register. But if you postmark it Monday, because they're going to Susan if you're mailing them. So Susan will have to have it by Monday for you to be. And that is...
For you to be in this price.
Yeah, and those ones are Ray Dunn beautiful things. Which those won't, those won't be... Ray Dunn things won't be Prize Patrol things the day of the event. Those are only registration gifts.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
So, and we have some shirts for sale that are over on
cleoandfrizz.com.
Yeah, this is today's live is on our public page, but if you want, you can. If you're a demonstrator, you have to be an active demonstrator. You can join our closed group.
Oh, and I should say, you guys do tell them about why it's a good time to be a demonstrator. I mean, the people that are because of the public.
It is a good time to be a demonstrator. Stampin' Up! Offers great incentives all kinds of time. There's all kinds of times that you can join. We especially like this time because they've made this bag available that they've never done before. This was a new thing. It's available.
It's a great bag.
It's a great bag. And the demonstrator kit is a great deal. I mean, the product in it is so good, and
it's an extra $25 a product, and it's stuff. If you have already got something from Stampin' Up, then you can get something else. So you don't have to. You get to pick your own kit. So it's really a good deal.
It is. It's really a good deal.
So,
and we'll put the link on how to join it on this page.
Oh, good idea.
If you're interested.
Okay.
Somewhere on this page. Sometimes we confuse ourselves because the pages actually have two different names on Facebook. But when you type, this is the @Friends to Stamp page. But when you type that, then Facebook defaults it to the other name, so they both have
Which
the
one
same.
is under Susan Stampin' Creatively, one is under the Wonder Basement, and our Pinterest is under, and YouTube is under Sherry's account. So
we confuse ourselves.
That's why it's crazy. So we appreciate
We're just trying to keep our brain cells active as we get older.
All right, have a great day, everybody.
If you have any questions, I don't see any, but if you have any questions, you can ask them here or you can ask them over in our closed group, either one.
Yeah, you can ask us anytime.
And feel free to share this with anybody you know. And there is also an event thing that you can share that has the registration forms on it.
Right.
So,
okay.
all right.
All right,
Everybody have a good day.
ladies.
Bye.
Bye.